This is the story of Assam, her people, and of neglect, alienation, and of being cheated over and over again. Seven Sisters of Northeast India has the maximum number of tribal communities. Assam alone has 34 communities and 18 sub-communities. The Ahoms, in 1220, came from Mugmau, and established the unified Assam. Islam came to Assam in 1205, from Turkey or Gaur. They, and the locals who adopted Islam are called Gorias. The Khans, the Sheikh and the Pathans came during Mughal attacks, and stayed back, and are the Mauryaas. Some came from Bengal provinces, and are called Silatiyas or Miyaj. The British brought tribal from Orissa to work in tea gardens. All these people, along with the original Indo-Aryan community together with a linguistic-based culture, today are the Assamese. The relation between the Hindus and the Muslims of Assam had always been unique. The Muslims contributed immensely toward Assamese art and culture, literature and folk music. Assam had never seen any communal dispute. But that was the past. Assam had her own set of problems. Assamese were generally not enterprising. The concept of trade and commerce was never understood. The reign of economy was taken over by the Marwaris. Introduced to opium by the British, lethargy became inherent. Manpower went to the Biharis. The fertile land of Assam had always attracted the Bangladeshis. Bangla-speaking people from both the communities of Hindu and Muslim regularly infiltrated through a porous and unsecured border. And slowly, Bangla-speaking population began to rise. The Assamese finally woke up to an identity crisis when the Bengalis conspired to take over Assam, demanding Bangla to be the official language. In 1962, Bhasha Andolan started. 1973. Bangladesh war brought refugees to Assam and infiltration suddenly began to rise. Large number of them belonged to the Muslim community. Farmlands were lost. Muslims encroached properties of Hindu religious institutions. Indigenous villages rapidly began to disappear. The demography of Assam faced a severe shift. Slowly politics began to play its game of vote bank. Acres of reserved land were given to the infiltrators. Forest and hills got razed down to the ground. The delicately balanced Assamese culture came under the final threat. 1979. Assam agitation began. Massacre and destruction became norm of the day. In 6 long years of agitation, Assam lost lives. Students took to streets. Institutes closed down. Progress stopped. And terror groups emerged. A dangerous act of identity got written into Assam Accord to protect infiltrator by victimizing anyone raising his voice. 1999. Student leader formed Assam Sangram Parishad and came to power. 2014. Modi comes to power with the promise of acting on the accord. A committee to work on Assam Accord was formed, but infights and difference of opinions rendered it non-functional. 2015. Work on NRC began with Supreme Court supervision. Thousands of fake legacy documents get submitted. A meager 19 lakhs infiltrators get detected with 60% Hindus and rest Muslims. December 2019. Modi government places Citizen Amendment Bill, completely overthrowing Clause 5 of Assam Accord. Assamese feel cheated all over again. People en masse come out on streets protesting. Paramilitary force gets deployed. Young boys lose life facing bullets. Assam burns again in reminiscence of the 70s era. What went wrong? What should have been done? Leaders of Assam should have continuously forced central government to act on the accord. Only 6 districts of Assam are made into 3 autonomous councils while entire Assam falls under tribal belt. Declaring all districts of Assam as autonomous, Article 15 of the Constitution would have kept Assam immune to SEB. What will Citizen Amendment Bill, now signed by the President, do to Assam? The Bangladeshi Bengalis will get encouraged to demand for Bangla as official language. Tripura has already showed the sign. Culture will be attacked and social degradation will happen. Many tribe will go into extinction. Local economy of indigenous people will become weaker. This bill, now law, will do more damage in just few years than what last 70 years have done. Whether this law stays or goes is uncertain, but Assamese are determined to fight. Whatever may the outcome be, the Assamese, to exist, have to do a little more than this. Assamese should realize the bountiful resources and be industrious. Should stop coveting government jobs. Eliminate rampant corruption. And take control of the economy. Sentiment alone cannot help a community thrive. Whether the Assamese will bring about a drastic change and save themselves, or get pushed into extinction, only time will tell.